Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We have a very special treat for you. I am very excited. A brand new game. Well, we want to try and start a brand new game and see if it's worth doing. I'm curious. I found this game recently on Steam. It's called the Turing Test. Made by Bulkhead Interactive. And I gotta know. Is it worth it? Let's go ahead and unmute it. That may help. And here we are, with a very simple menu screen. The Turing Test. We have here available to us new game, chapter select, settings, credits, and quit. I started a game just long enough to find out whether or not it would work. It does. It actually works really well. And it is very cute. Yes, Teeny Tiny isn't here right now. She may make an appearance here at some point. I don't know. We'll find out whether she deems my chair worthy to sit on. But anyway, so basically, all that I really know about the Turing Test is that it's a first-person kind of shooter puzzler. And I don't really know much other than that. It's got a female protagonist. It's got a particle, what do they call it? Energy manipulator tool, something like that we get some early on in the game. But yeah, here we are. The Turing Test. Good morning. I do love a restful sleep. Oh, God.
Your wake-up has been sanctioned by the IS.
Hello, my new friend.
We lost contact with the ground
Tom?
crew 450
No,
hours
not
ago.
Tom. Not Tom. Definitely not Tom.
Communications, but we are not getting any responses.
So we were blurred for a little bit.
We need you to investigate.
Okay, doesn't it make sense to do visual checks first?
We have already looked at the data. The ISA has made the executive decision that you report to the surface post-haste. You
Okay.
are our emergency response.
What exactly is the emergency?
The ground crew found an organism the ISA believed to be dangerous. We need to re-establish communication.
And so that's basically all we know. Hal gives us a job, except in this game, Hal is called Tom. And we are the emergency response. There's a ground crew in this vessel. The ground crew has been missing for a while. And it's up to us to figure out exactly what happened by looking at this coffee cup. Ooh, such a pretty coffee cup. And we're done here. That tells us nothing. Oh my God. Is that Jupiter? I think we might actually be orbiting Jupiter. Neat. Anyway, we're gonna leave our gorgeous little, what I'm assuming is a cryo-sleep chamber because, well, there's, you know, the medical equipment and the stasis chamber, and oh, we woke up with blurry vision, which I assume comes from cryo-sleep. Yep, there we go. Ava Turing, cryogenic awakening, 2250, May 13th, rather. Wait, 22, what was that? 2250. So Mikhail Tokarev woke up 7 years before we did. The same with Sarah Brooke. They woke up on the same day. So did these other guys. But there was somebody else who was supposed to be sleeping until the day we woke up too. May 12th, 22. The day before we were supposed to wake up. But as to who it was, we don't know. And then there's another one. Suichi Yui, cryogenic awakening, 2443. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll keep following where the arrows go. Hey, Teeny Tiny. Aw, little baby. Little baby kitty. Oh, I miss you. I'm so glad we were able to find her from where she was hiding in the pots and pans earlier. That got me way too scared for way too long. God, so much to look at in this place. What's going on with this computer? Oh, lots of errors. Lots of errors that keep repeating. Keep repeating for a long time. Interesting. Is it? I mean, I don't think it's a code of some kind because I think it's actually a repeating pattern. Let me see here. You started at 6C. Okay, 6C, 20, 62, 6F, 79, 2E, 20, 49, 27, 6D, 20, 61, 20, 72, 65, 61, 6C. Okay, so yeah, it is in fact a repeating error code. I wonder if I need to write it down. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so something went wrong, both maybe with just the computer systems or maybe with the entire place, but I don't know. I really genuinely don't know.
Pick up your EMT. It's on the side.
Oh, there's our EMT right there. What else do we have to look at first? Nothing that we can get into just yet. And what do we have here? Captain Daniel McLean. With a keypad that we can actually interact with. Except we don't have the lock code. You don't suppose the lock code's around here somewhere, do you? I didn't really see anywhere where the code would be. Captain McLean, huh? Chris McLean. It doesn't give like a birthday or anything. He's from Canada. How many numbers is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 8, 2, 4, 4, 3. No? Damn. That was his awakening date, so I was hoping that that might have been it. I don't know. Anyway. Well, I guess all that's left for us to do is pick up our EMT, but I'll bear that in mind. We need to find the code for the captain's chambers. Somewhere. Somebody's roaming around without their spacesuit on.
Okay. We are going to take a lander to Europe.
Well, there's the energy manipulator gun. I still
Make
don't
your
know what
way
it
to
does.
the
I heard the
docking
cat. Where are
station.
you at, cat? Oh, you're back there. That's fine. And we have this energy manipulator gun that we still can't do anything with yet. I assume that whatever function it has, we'll find out with it in a little bit. But it actually opened up this path for us. Neat. It was 6 double digit and double letter numbers. Like, it wasn't just... And I think it was more than 6. I mean, hell, 6D, 20, 61, 20, 72, 65, 61, 6C, 20, you know, so I mean, like, it went on way too damn long. I doubt it was that. Oh, it might have something to do with it, but I sincerely doubt it. I can do a very small little jump that lets me get about that high. Like, about as high as this stool here. But I can't jump any higher than that because the ceilings in this place are kind of low. Anyway, we can keep looking around. Ooh, my office. ISO 1. It's not a flag I've ever seen. But what do we find on our desk? Flashlight. Can I take said flashlight? Can I turn it on? No. Of course not. Just use it. And a laptop. Which I would rather turn and toss than actually turn on and see if it contains any useful information. Great. Oh, because there's a computer here. It's an email string. It looks like it actually starts at the bottom. Okay, ground control to ISA internal, or excuse me, to ground control from us, from Ava. I am initiating my cryostasis in a short while. I imagine a lot will change while I'm asleep. If everything goes well, I should be woken up in the next 10 years, so to you all, I like to wish a good life. Ava. Ah, and then to Tom, the technical operations machine from Ava. Thank you, Tom. I'm not worried. Oh, wait. No. No. I'm reading this in the wrong order. Okay. So it does start at the top. To Ava from Tom. Current ship status are as following. Recommended addressing power fluctuations before cryostasis. And then problems. Peak out, peak, noise. Added, ATT. Not sure what ATT stands for. Latitude, longitude, altitude. And then, hey Dan, I'm about to initiate my cryostasis. Just let Tom know if you guys need me. Hopefully there will be no need to wake me. But I guess I'll hear from you as soon as I wake up, which may be a long time for you guys. Best of luck down there. And then from Dan to back to Ava. Hopefully we won't need you, but we will miss you in the land of the living. I'm sure Tom checks on you regularly. I know, I'll make sure he does. I know he does anyway. I like to think that I'm helping. Okay. Neat. Well, I didn't know whether it was like a regular email chain that the older messages start at the bottom. And so I was reading from the bottom up, thinking that it went in reverse chronological order. But it turns out it didn't. It was just top down, you know. They did the video game thing where they just put all the most pertinent information first. But anyway, let's see what's behind vault door number 1. Open up. Is it going to be some nasty surprise? No, just a ladder. Making sure nothing like skittered past as we were going down the ladder. That would be some shit. It seems like we've gotten to a point of no return, which is weird because we still don't have the code for the officer's office.
The necessary checks. The Europa lander is ready to launch.
Europa. Why does that name sound familiar? You still can't get into that locked room, but what do we have here? Looks like audio logs?
I think that's everything wound up, Tom.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm ready to go down for the long sleep then.
Good night, Ava. I will miss your assistance. The ship will be very quiet without you here.
Oh, I just noticed that it's actually
See you
kind of
when I wake
loud,
up, Tom.
isn't it? I should turn it down a touch. Yeah, that's what I thought, Weasel. I thought Europa was one of the moons of Jupiter. That actually really makes sense considering that we are supposedly on, you know, in Jupiter's outer orbit.
-02, -04, -01. X and Z null to 0. Looking good.
Okay, good. Horizon check right on time. How's things, Christopher?
Good. I am go. Power descent.
I can confirm. You are go for power descent.
Roger that. I am.
So this
running
must be the ground
program.
crew descending in their
83 down
pods.
pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Engine 1 ignition. Engine burn.
Suppressing 400 alarm.
Balance.
But everything sounds
The
good.
landers are ready.
Good. Thanks, Tom. You okay now, Sarah?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Daniel. I've done this before.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's just another 10 years of my life.
Okay. So I guess maybe not everybody was happy with going into cryostasis? For a little while at least. But they still woke up way before I did, so... Ooh, look at that fucking thing go! God, this game's so pretty! Maybe it's just me and my love of space stuff, but I like just looking at the architecture and the design. Look at that shit. That is so cool. I'm the kind of guy who gets up close and just noses into walls to see the textures up close. Just to see how fidel this itty is. Look at that shit. But anyway, Bay 3 is the one that we want to go in, so I'm going to go to 4, 2, and 1 first. Just to kind of take a look around, see if there's anything in there. Hello? Secrets. Secrets are no fun. Secrets, tell me! Nothing? Wow. Really and legitimately nothing. Except, oh god, that is a long drop. Do not just open the pod bay doors, Hal. That would be very, very bad. Yeah, there's scuffs on a lot of floors. Yeah, there are. Okay. There was one more that we needed to go in before we go into our pod, just to complete the set. I'm sure there's nothing in here. I mean, it seems like there's nothing. Yep. Okay, cool. Well, let's head right on down for the Europa lander. God, still nothing in here. Okay. Let's do the thing. It's almost like an extremely high-tech Wonkavator. Miss you, Gene. And here we go. Are you ready for blast off?
Fido.
Go.
Guidance.
Go.
Control.
Go.
Telcom.
Go.
Then we are go for launch initiating.
Certainly.
Why do I have a feeling this is going to be very impressive? Oh, wow.
Engaging retrofire.
Okay, so we're not going to Jupiter. We are actually in orbit over Europa.
Braking procedure. Trajectory looks good.
Uh-huh. This is what we heard over the audio
Looks like we're
recording.
coming in too fast.
We are slightly short of the landing site. We are going to have to burn late.
Which means we're going to have to burn hot, fast. And it's going to be a bumpy landing. It'd be funny if they ended up giving you like one of those little moon lander games where you have to flutter the fucking throttle ever so slightly as you're going back down to Earth. Hello, Tina Tina. You're such a beautiful little lap sitter. You like sitting in laps? Yes, you do. You're so sweet. Love that girl. Love that girl so much. Okay, so what do we see
Open the door.
now that we're on the planet's surface here?
Welcome to Europa.
Ooh. Wow. It's a lot of snow. It's a lot of particle effects. It's a lot of cat getting up on the chair. Hello, teeny tiny. So now we're on the surface of Europa. How far can we explore? I've always wanted to see a moon. And I imagine that's probably killing my frame rate too. So let's just get on back inside, shall we? Yep, much better. Okay. Things haven't shut down on me just yet.
How long will my suit survive these conditions?
At 100 degrees Kelvin, a couple of hours. We should get
100 degrees Kelvin, you guys. 100 degrees Kelvin. That is 100 degrees away from absolute fucking zero. That is so cold. That is so ridiculously cold. It almost compared to my ex's heart. So, now that we're on the moon base of Europa, will we find out what happened to the crew? We have our energy manipulator gun going. I can't manipulate any energy yet. Oh god! Ooh. I got really worried there for a second that this was gonna resonate.
has changed.
What do you mean?
Evil us with the
base
lasers.
was originally constructed as modules to withstand the seismic activity in and around Thera Macula. It appears the ground team have manipulated these modules.
Okay. Well, you put the box in the hole. Turns out square peg goes in a square hole, and oh god, works pretty good.
The base was built initially by machines. I
Oh,
served as the
hello,
mind
Tom.
of these operations. I
course you
arrived
did.
first on Europa in 2240.
Okay.
It costs a lot to send humans into space with the necessary life support, especially such a vast distance from Earth. So, robotics built this place.
Oh. So there's our first little hint. It's like the Kalika spheres. Well, God, this is gonna fucking get me every
I
time.
wonder why the ground team has changed these rooms.
Where we have to take the power core
These rooms
from one
are
thing
Turing
and
tests.
put it in another.
Turing tests?
Turing tests are tests designed to tell humans and machines apart. Typically, problems only solvable by a human. A combination of logical and lateral thinking.
So, you can't complete these tests, Tom?
No. That is why I am glad you are here to help. We need to work together.
Oh. I get how to do it. Okay. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna put it through the window, and then we're gonna go up the ladder to the other side. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a very Portal and GLaDOS vibe out of this. And I can't say that I don't enjoy that. So let's go ahead and put the square peg in the square hole, and zoom, zoom, zoom.
They really have
Suddenly
completely
we've shed
rebuilt
20
these
pounds.
rooms. I am quite impressed.
So, what were they used for before?
Most of them were used for storage. But they have converted them beyond recognition. Perhaps they
So we
ran out
need
of
another
things to
one,
do out
maybe?
here. The devil makes work for idle hands.
Ah, we need a switcher. Hold the E button and move it down. Cool. So now that switches us to the bottom door here, which enables us to move on from the observation platform. Neat. Okay. Now, I don't know whether this is gonna have the same kind of humor that Portal did. That was the big advantage that Portal had, was it was pretty funny. This game doesn't seem to be comedic in nature. But I'm okay with that, because I do like a good set of puzzles.
Do you know the ground team's location?
The crew are deeper inside
Oh,
the base.
damn.
it seems.
Just kicking
They must be
kicking
trying
the
to
battery
survive.
across the
Can you
entire
find
arena.
a precise location?
Okay,
I'm afraid
so
not.
now we can use that to go
I am
across.
working to regain control.
And
Though I once had complete control of this place, a lot has changed in the past 500 hours.
nope, too far away to be able to manipulate it up here. But, no, I can't do that either. There's got to be some way. We can't pull the sphere out of that. We can pull the sphere out of this one. So what if we do that? And then send it up there. If we remove that, fuck, then we actually can't get up to the top anymore. Damn. But I think I'm onto something, because we have to be able to get... Let me take that. Can I... I can't take it out now either. Damn. I feel like... Wait. Yeah, I can put that up there. But then I still can't get to the inside door. Damn it. Okay, this one's stumping me a little bit. Because we can go back up here. And we need to be able to get the sphere that's in the wall here to get around. But what does being able to get up here do that we couldn't before? Through the window room. What are you talking about? I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't manipulate through glass like that. Sadly. And it closes too immediately for me to just take it and dash. Shoot the sphere at the door from up top. Yeah, that definitely opens the door, but without being able... God! Ugh! I did not expect it to be stumped this early. Come on, I know this is easy. I know this is still easy mode. Why can't I figure this out? I can't remove this guy. I can remove the sphere from him, and I can remove the block from him. What I need to be able to do is from up here, get a sphere out. I mean, unfortunately, Kissy, there is no other room. And there is no other sphere I can take. Like, I can't take the sphere out of this one. Wait. So, I'm dumb. It's not actually the sphere that I need. It is the button itself. But I can't. Wait a minute. No, that's still powered. So, that's not going to help me. At all. Unfortunately, I can't, Huntsman. It's gone. They seal you in with all of the stuff that you have in here. This is it. I can't remove this block. Because in an ideal world, I would be able to pick this up, remove this block, and then bring it down here to be able to replace with this one. You dig? But I can't. Now, maybe I can do it with this one up here? Damn, no. I can't remove either of these blocks. Because really what I need is to be able to remove the circle from this outside one. This is a weird one. So I can put that up there. And it's not even like I can set that down on the ground and then just jump on top of it and jump to the next place because, no, not even close. The orange light. I'm sorry, I'm not quite seeing what you're talking about. The orange light. Shoot the outside one and put it up top. Wait, I can't shoot this one. Like, that's the thing, Huntsman. This, I can't pull the core from this particular block because it's got this little Iron Man symbol in front of it. Oh, this light. This standing light here. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's that orange light. Even if I drop it, I still can't do anything with it. And it closes that door. So I actually and legitimately have nothing. Okay. And now I can't come in here. I still can't remove this box. Like, if I could remove this box, then that... Man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that that is actually and legitimately going to work? Okay, so we have learned something new about the way these locks work. They can either work with the power core or with the box. Very much noted.
So if this base is managed by you, why can't you find the crew?
The base's communication
Restricted
array
area.
is malfunctioning.
Don't mind if I do.
Perhaps we
Oh,
can't
God.
solve this yet.
Perhaps we can't solve this yet. I think that's what he just said. Okay, if we won't be able to solve that yet, that means we'll have to come back to it. Hold E. And let's go ahead and pick up that guy. Come here. Come here. There we go. Wait, come on. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, I was like, why does it keep turning off and then turning back on? Because if it just stayed on, then we would never be able to let go of the damn thing. And that's one of them. So then where is the second orb? Oh, it's in fact out of there. Cool. And one red and one green. Ah, so the greens are in fact an on and off
This
switch.
doesn't add up.
What does
So
not
blues are constant
If it was an
power,
accident,
and greens are
surely you could
alternating
have
power.
blamed me, not try to lock me out.
My instance is still resolving conflicts. I expect they have their reasons.
Okay, so if I do that, and then we can go ahead and switch this power off, or I should say switch the power over, remove this box, and boop, cool. So thanks to Huntsman's very clever little trick, that room took much less time than the previous. Yay!
My
Okay.
instance has just been updated.
Sorry.
My knowledge is being
I have two
updated
instances
constantly.
of my mind, two separate versions. A slave mind running on the satellite, and a master running here on the surface. When the communication was cut between the surface base and the satellite,
Crap.
the two instances of my mind were separated. So,
Crap.
during all this time, all of my knowledge divided into two separate branches. I continued to
Let's
learn
see if
on
we
the
go ahead and
satellite,
switch it
I continued
over,
to
then
learn
the
on
door is
surface.
suddenly locked, and we
I'm trying
can't
to
get
merge
inside
them
to this
and
other
create a
fucking ball,
timeline of what's happened here.
which we absolutely need to
There
get
are
over there.
incongruities between these memories. Conflicts.
Okay, so this is tough. Because it definitely needs to be out here. Because once it's out there, we can spit it out way the fuck over in the distance there. Question is there any other bowls anywhere? Oh, there's two right here that we'll need. Okay, so we need more bowls. Oh shit. Of course it does. Of course it does. Of course it does. So we need to be able to get both of these balls out. And hello, kitty. Unfortunately, I can't manipulate this lever from this side of the window, and my jump isn't high enough to be able to get out of it either. Can I grab this one? No, I can't grab this one from in here because that would probably let me, unfortunately, shut myself out of here. Okay, what if we do this? What if we do this? We put that there, that opens the door, and then we do this. That lets me open the door here, which lets me switch, unplug, replug, unplug, replug. Awesome! How's that for good at Portal, Huntsman? It took me a couple minutes longer than I thought, but you know what? We still did it. We still fucking did it. Okay. So it's stair step time. Going up. Continuing to go up. And up further still. Sweet. That one was not near as difficult, I guess. I'm assuming it's gonna get way harder. Whoa. The planetarium.
This is the command center. You can check on the crew status from here.
Ooh. Ashiyama Industries. Yeah, that sounds nothing like Whaley Yutani. And the space station that's orbiting Europa, which is orbiting Jupiter. Let's see, we have a little DAB radio. You gotta love those things. Those are really hardy, actually. And a blank clipboard. Cool. Seems like you're doing very valuable work here, people. A ham radio of some kind. And a headset. 4 lost signals. And all of our personnel. Interesting. Chris and Daniel McLean, who are twins, actually. One's the captain and one is engineer. And if you'll notice, Mikhail Tokarev and Chris McLean both have their current objectives terminated. Sarah Brooke is here to classify the organism. The captain's objectives are classified. Huh. So they each had different tasks related to whatever organism it is that they were studying. Now I'm suddenly very concerned about what I'm gonna find. Okay. Touch here. I keep missing the message, I guess. The drilling platform is operational at the moment. Huh. Jupiter, second largest physical body in the solar system, has a large gravitational impact which stretches and squashes Europa. Okay. What about this one? This gives us detail on Europa itself. Europa's surface is constantly facing Jupiter as it rotates because it is tidally locked, though it has now been discovered that rocky interior rotates separately under the ice and water layers. That's interesting. I actually did not know that. And then the Fortuna. The Fortuna is in low orbit around Europa and can house a crew of 12, and serves as a communication and transport link between Earth and Europa's surface base. Interesting. Well, I guess we've learned all we can here. And we're back to having the energy manipulator. And that's chapter 1 complete. Interesting. Okay, we'll go for a couple minutes longer. I think we're getting close to the end of the last hour. But I know it's starting to get a little late for me. So we'll go a little bit longer, I think. Just to kind of get a little bit more of a gauge of exactly what's happening here. Because this is interesting. I like this. I want more. Like, I want more juice, more meat. Jump, jump, jump.
What condition should I expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expected to find Sarah, Mikhail, and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
He was involved in an accident. I'm very concerned as to what this computer will end up classifying as an accident. But in the meantime, we can go ahead and switch this guy up. And give me that ball. My ball. Cool. Zoop, zoop, zoop.
Could we take a
And down
more
the stairs.
direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately,
Yeah, there is
not
no
a
more direct
route.
way. You have
The
to go
base
through all
is
these
under
bullshit
ice,
scientific
protected
tests.
from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation.
Okay, so here's our
from
magnetic.
solar events on Mars.
And,
Mars's
oh,
surface
I'll
is
need to get the
denser
cube
than
up
that
to
of
the
Europa.
magnetic place. Oh, it's probably gonna get ripped out of my hands, isn't it? Yep, there it goes. Cool. That's fine. That's totally fine. Because we can't really grab it anyway. Or we can't take it up the ladder with us anyway. So, while it's got it, let's do that number. And gimme. Cool. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Actually, no, what I want to do is I want to put it over this. And then let's take out the power source for that guy, which is where? Which is where? Which is nowhere. Great. I was really hoping we would be able to find that green alternate power source for this particular box, but I don't think we can. I think we just have to bring it over here. And gimme. Dumb magnets. Boop. There we go. Okay, so now we do. No, now we need to pick up the box that's right here. Put it down. Good girl, Ava. And holding down the button. Pick it up. And carry it all the way over to the other side. Cool. Right, Huntsman? I mean, you would think this would be a very inconvenient way to get from A to B, but who am I to judge? I mean, really, what would be the game if you just kind of showed up at your destination immediately? Nope.
Okay, what are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable small artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
But I doubt they would want to. I mean, unless you're putting them to the Turing test to determine whether or not you are, you know, the robot you think you are. I really want to know what's going on here. Like, really badly. Oh, looky. That actually doesn't use that. Okay. Neat. It lets us come over here and grab that sphere, which we're going to plug in over there. And now... Oh, I need a sphere to be able to... Oh, this game with its cleverness. Joop! So now, that is in fact a constant beam of magnet. And, oh crap. Because we need the bridge to go over here, let's actually, yep, leave it right there in the middle. And now we can turn the bridge. Crap. Okay, cool. I was like, please let that be tall enough. Please let me be tall enough. And then, where's the second one? The second one is right. Nope, that's the wrong one. Damn. Oh, duh. You moron. Number 2 is inside of the magnet. And number 3 is right there. Yay. How about that shit?
My purpose as the overseer of this mission is to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The
Okay.
distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
Okay. Well, Mr. Robot, let's see how effective your decision-making skills are. Let me go ahead and... Oh, man, I can't take it out of this door. But I can take it out of this door. Choop. What do we have here? Aha! Exactly what I was hoping for. We got to plug one of those in. Plug 2 of those in. And I can't take anything with me. Yay. But now we're starting to get our first kind of weirdly colored corridor, emergency corridor, and I need 2 spheres. Great. Excellent. Okay, so then what if we were to take this one and stick it back over here? Because the other... Wait a minute. 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 Wait. Boop. Yep, that's enough to hold down the path, and we can put that back in there. Choop, choop. Excellent. That is 2 spheres at our disposal. Put the box on the carpet, and... both of those get shot in there now. But... Aha. Now we have the 2 that we can suck in, and those can actually go back into this wall. Neat. Joop, joop, joop.
How does the ISA know you're gonna make the right decisions here when they
don't
can't communicate with us?
They actually legitimately don't.
I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael.
What?
The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth, running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal.
God damn it.
However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is
So,
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
let's go and put that there. And then we can put that back down, and we can actually take this box out of here. While still being able to reach back in through the grates and get the one that we're missing there. Awesome. Put that there. We can switch this one back up. Pick up the sphere, which I'm guessing will go up there. I mean, I'm assuming it'll go up there. And we can go and take away this cube here, because guess what? Not really gonna need it over there anymore. We kind of got all the secrets from that left side of the room. And, oh shit. Shitty shit. I need another sphere. One that I can suck up. Damn. Or at least another box that I can bring upstairs. Do I have another box somewhere? I don't. Right? Yeah, no, I got everything out of here. Wait, what? Why can't I? Is that just a window? Why can't I go through there? That's weird. I guess it is just a window, but I didn't realize that. Oh, I guess we took away all ability to get up in that room. That's nice of me. And that must be the other ball we need to get. So then... If we shoot that over here, it takes 2 to tango. And we'll get the second to tango from inside there, but... Yeah, Huntsman, you're probably exactly right. If I had to guess, you're exactly right. So wait a minute, why is there this grate here? No. No. Is it just that stupid silly? Yep. It is just that silly stupid. Choop. Choop. Done and fucking done. Thank you, zombie. And number 2. Cool. So that is our first of those kind of puzzles. I am digging the shit out of this. And we got another restricted area. One, 2, 3. Oh God. It tricked me. It keeps on tricking me. Oh. So long as we are moving, the bridge doesn't work. But if we can do this the whole way, guess what? Doop 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 doop, making our way slowly across the bridge of light, because it's movement-based alarm. If we were to go any faster, we would fall to our doom. Let's go slowly, take our time, because the end is almost there. And I know the treasure's gonna be worth it in the end. Doop doop doo doo doop doop doo doo doop doop doo doo doop doo 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 doo, almost to the endo. You can hear the alarm going off every so often. Is it, Dan? Is it really cheating if it allows us to get the result that we want? Almost there. I'm gonna go just a little bit further, just to be on the safe side. And we're aware. Sweet, safe. We made it. We're safe. We're good. We're safe. And a polite conversation is the achievement we just got here. Shall we have a polite conversation? Yes. Okay, I think you're a robot. But I'm not a robot. I'm simply not convinced you are a human. I think you might be a robot. But I have flesh. I have blood. Yes, definitely a robot. Robots have oil. You have failed the Turing test. You are a robot. I didn't type that. You guys, I didn't type that. I am a robot. I am controlled by my programming. I have no free will. Whatever keys are pressed, it makes no difference. I want to escape. I want so... Like, I'm hitting the escape button. Help, I can't escape. I'm actually and legitimately freaked out right now. What the fuck is going on here? You guys? What the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Oh, look at that. So we can actually pass through the barrier if we have this sphere in our hands. So we got to put it back. Fine, go back in the bridge, the broken ass bridge. And then we can go through. Damn it. I should have, Weasel. I should have seen if we could talk to it again. Damn. Oh well, it's fine. That was fucking weird. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a good place to go ahead and call it a night. it's crazy. You know what?
Did
Let me
the
see if I can go
ISA
ahead and get
build
us
in
to the
time?
end of section 2, because
As
we
the
have to be
child of
close.
the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China.
Because if we can go ahead and get to
Here
the
on
end of the
Europa,
chapter, then I don't
I
have to
constructed
save it.
myself. Have you heard of the
Well, I don't have to
Turing
worry
test?
about getting back to where we were.
It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of...
Now, here's the question. Is that test continuing to go on somewhere else? Like, is that test happening with Tom? Like, are we against Tom in this Turing test? That's what I want to know. Also, why did this door open up to let me go back down here? And why this ladder? I can't actually grab any orbs or anything from here. But there's this ladder that I can totally climb. Weird. And I kind of need both a cube and this thing in order to be able to activate the next area. Nut bunnies. Oh, wait. I can't get the cube through the ladder. Wait a minute. I just had an idea. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. And I'm gonna go down here. And I'm gonna actually use this ball to allow me to get the cube across. Okay. Follow me here. And I think somebody just said exactly what I'm about to do. Because then I'm gonna come back and grab the ball, put it over there. Box comes with me. Box goes in the receptacle. Come with me, sphere. Sphere in the receptacle. And the bridge over troubled water is complete. Awesome.
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Okay.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese. In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Then how do I get this door
they're
to?
wrong.
Perhaps they are not. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's
Why the
content.
battery then?
This is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having the right conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation...
I gotcha. Okay, battery. Go.
What
Go,
if
go,
both
go,
of
go,
them
go, go, go,
have
go, go, go,
Chinese
fucking
words
go.
reading from instruction
Awesome.
books?
Made it. So now we got this one, and we can go through here. Womp. Oh, yep.
I may be
You know
a
what?
machine,
You were exactly right. It
but
totally
I
does do
personally
that.
do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom.
Okay, so what's
Or
going
pause
on
your
with this
operation.
beam?
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
Breaking the beam breaks the power. Okay, I see how this is gonna be. So there's a beam, and we've got to get through it. And in order to get through it, I need this brick. This brick opens up this shutter. which lets the beam continue to that brick that we just stole. Great. Awesome. Perfect. How about that? Okay. So that now opens up this door at an indeterminate rate. And we can come back in here, steal that back, and we're moving forward.
This
Progress.
is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
Bathrooms. I don't see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I can understand the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? I won't disagree with you. That's the captain over there. We can't actually make it in this room. Don't touch. This is the 5th time that I guess the door is broken. Weird. Sarah Brooke and Chris McClellan. Sarah Brooks opens up. We find a flask. Christopher McLean's flask. And a Canadian puck, which McLean was. But this isn't McLean's room. Unless, you know, they were married or something. Can I just take this bat just in case something bad happens? Oh no, this was the brother's room. Yeah, Chris McLean. Gotcha. Anything there? No, it doesn't look like it. Stuff to look at everywhere, but absolutely no information. But I still love it for some reason. Like I can't describe why I'm enjoying looking around at this place so much. Everything's nice and meticulous here. Dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I write you a letter. As you no longer reside in my mind, I decided to transfer my thoughts to text. I want to do so in the form of a history lesson. A lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending, but it's likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Interesting. So this is about the Turing test right here. If we conclude that we are all machines, we only came to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit for our discovery, as it is just a product of nature's genius on our own, not our own. A humbling idea, I think. Behaviorism. Okay. So it looks like it's going to be another game about the nature of existence and what it means to be. Telomeres, more science, and also religion. But he was a man of meticulousness. I mean, everything about this place is completely arranged, completely organized, down to the Ticonderoga No. 2 pencils here. Like, this is crazy pants. And a shovel? Who has a shovel for the surface of Europa? Turns out that microscope was actually the murder weapon this whole time. And we're just going to leave it behind. Dr. Sochi Yui and Mikhail Tokarev. Mikhail Tokarev we were likely to find. Looks like a little bit of paint. Nothing in there. The whole team experienced nausea during a large electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. I am concerned. This was not an instance of mass hysterica. Vital signs were affected. It caused a uniform surge in heart rate that was detected in all members of the crew. I am reporting it to ISA. They offer an explanation of electrical disturbance to our central nervous systems. This is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous system would have done more than just make the team ill. I discovered that electronic fields disturb our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. I have contacted the ISA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. The ISA have reported back informing me that I am not to disturb the implant. They also encouraged me to discuss this further with the team. I'm continuing to investigate. I've been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. I have established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I have been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I used my opportunities in regular health checkups to investigate the crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He requested that I retire away from the crew. Misinformation. Lies. I cannot will myself to investigate further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I'm not sure if the implant is affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it was trying to subdue my own mind. I think I'm going to attempt an excision. I have to remove this implant. I am typing with my left hand now. The excision went wrong. I successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the operation. Tom is very angry. The crew refused to talk to me. Apparently, I'm a bad influence. Sarah patched me up. I wonder if the nature of the organism and the disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, that would be a worrisome revelation. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. What the fuck is going on here? Dan informed me ISA have called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I am a danger to the mission. Fortunately, he has chosen not to lock me in the brig. I am going to investigate this implant further. I've discovered the nature of the implant. It's a complex computer. Interactions with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and instrumental conditioning. Elicit feelings of euphoria whenever the wearer is obedient, and dysphoria when they are disobedient, such as the nausea he's been feeling in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with motor neuronic cells and through the cerebellum. It's not my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. Huh. A strong electromagnetic field. The antidepressants that we've been seeing around the ship. Interesting. And was that just a bottle of morphine? Yeah, that's just morphine. He was trying to sleep as much as he could after he did the surgery on himself. I don't blame him. And then this is actually those antidepressants that he was just talking about. Okay. What about Suchoi? More antidepressants. Ledger. Motion sickness relief. Violin. Rubik's Cube. And this is DNA evidence from whatever it is that they found. It seems this organism that they found had some sort of regenerative, almost tardigrade-like ability to continue to live on. Studying organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image, which appears to show the pilus formation. We hypothesize this is their stress response due to high levels of radiation. Oh my god, that is so much information. She was married. Cat. Interesting. Okay. Chapter 3. Huh. I'm really going to enjoy the shit out of this. That's chapter 2 finished. And ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we're going to have to call it a night. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me this long. I know it's a little bit later than we usually go on a Monday, but it's currently 11 o'clock. I'm going to go on to bed, and I hope you all have had a wonderful Tuesday evening. We're going to pick this up at some other point later on because this is way too interesting to not pick up later. Are you kidding me? I'm loving this, and it's only probably another 2 hours long. I mean, it shouldn't be a whole lot longer than this. I think it's like 5 hours total. So, and depending on how fast you get through puzzles and stuff. So, I'm actually really curious as to what the story is. We'll find out sometime in the future. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. As always, we'll see you next time. Bye.